Hey everyone, today we're diving deep into the official reveal trailer for Resident Evil 9, Requiem. Capcom just dropped the first footage, and there's a lot to unpack. From returning characters and iconic locations to cryptic new villains and psychological horror, this might be the most lore-heavy Resident Evil yet. So, let's break it down. The trailer opens inside FBI headquarters, where we're introduced to Grace Ashcroft, a technical analyst and the daughter of Alyssa Ashcroft, the investigative journalist from the Resident Evil Outbreak series. Grace gets pulled into a disturbing new case by FBI Director Nathan Dempsey. The case involves a body found at the Wrenwood Hotel.
We found another body.
The same place her mother was murdered 8 years earlier. Alyssa Ashcroft, for those unfamiliar, survived the Raccoon City outbreak in 1998 and played a key role in exposing Umbrella through her journalism. In Outbreak, she was infected with the Epsilon strain of the T-virus, but survived thanks to a rare vaccine known as Daylight. That's important because Daylight could completely stop viral progression, and it was even transmissible. There's a theory that Grace may have inherited some form of genetic resistance or immunity, which might explain why she's referred to as the Chosen One in the trailer. That scene could also be a flashback to Alyssa, but we'll get to that more in a bit. The Wrenwood Hotel appears to be the game's main setting in its early chapters. Grace is sent there to investigate, but it's far more than a crime scene. It's where her mother died, and possibly where her story ended. We see flashes of Alyssa rendered in the RE engine, which hints that players may experience her final moments through flashbacks, similar to Resident Evil 7. In one such scene, we catch a glimpse of Room 2011, a direct reference to the Apple Inn Hotel from Outbreak's Hellfire scenario. That detail might not be just fan service. It could mean the Wrenwood Hotel is directly linked to the Apple Inn, or it could even be the same place, seen from a new perspective. Either way, Capcom seems to be stitching together long-forgotten pieces of Resident Evil lore. One haunting image shows Grace strapped to a gurney, cut open, and terrified, clearly experimented on. Her eye color shifts, hinting at either infection, hallucination, or something worse. The theme of confronting the past is front and center. Whether it's Grace, Alyssa, or a return to Raccoon City, everything seems to revolve around digging up horrors that were buried. The trailer also introduces a mysterious villain, a man by a fireplace who tells Grace she's the Chosen One.
Special one. The Chosen One. Miss Ashcroft.
He wears a black leather coat and gloves, resembling Weskier's Resident Evil 5 look. But his voice, face, and accent don't match. Some fans think he could be a younger Oswald E. Spencer, the founder of Umbrella, seen briefly in Resident Evil Resistance. In Resident Evil 5, Weskier killed Spencer, seemingly ending his legacy. But Spencer was obsessed with immortality and extending human life through experimentation. There's now speculation that he may have survived through some form of consciousness transfer or viral manipulation. If that's true, he could be operating out of a secret lab beneath Raccoon City, a facility hinted at in Outbreak's post-credit scene. This is where Daylight comes back into play. If Alyssa's blood held the key to halting viral infection, and Grace inherited that resistance, she might be Spencer's missing link to immortality. That would explain why she's being experimented on, and why she's the target of the villain's plans. Other missing persons might be survivors who also received the Daylight vaccine, but perhaps it didn't bond with their DNA the way it did with Grace's. This would tie Grace's story to the original Outbreak, Umbrella's experiments, and even the legacy of Raccoon City, possibly bringing the entire series full circle. Later in the trailer, we get a massive reveal. The ruins of Raccoon City, now set in 2026, 27 years after its destruction. While many assumed it was nuked, Resident Evil lore clarifies that the city was destroyed by a thermobaric missile, not radioactive. That means the site is still accessible, and Capcom is clearly returning to explore what's left behind. In Outbreak's ending, it's revealed Umbrella built a secret facility in the Raccoon City crater, one we've never seen until now. There's even a shot of a wrecked Jeep outside the RPD gates, possibly Leon's, further connecting this to past entries. Several voices can be heard throughout the trailer, including lines like, "Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?" and "We need to keep our voices down." Some fans believe these could belong to Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, Ada Wong, or Leon himself. Others think they may be new characters or returning ones from Outbreak. One female voice sounds like Alyssa, and another seems to be a younger Grace, possibly from a flashback or hallucination. Capcom isn't showing their full hand just yet. And with so much happening in this trailer, including cult-like rituals, hallucinations, surgery scenes, and brutal deaths. It's clear this entry leans more psychological than most. One enemy we see is a massive chained woman crawling on the ceiling. Some fans think it could be Lisa Trevor, mutated Alyssa, or even a callback to the Regis Licker from Outbreak. If that really is a mutated version of Alyssa, the idea of having to fight your own mother would be devastating. Another chilling scene shows a man suffocated with a plastic bag by a cloaked figure, possibly the same man at the fireplace. Some even speculate that the hooded figure is Leon, corrupted, infected, or mind-controlled, though the character's build and body language suggest otherwise. We also see a police officer transforming into what looks like a zombie, possibly part of a flashback. Between the hallucinations, surgeries, and mind-bending visuals, this game seems to blur the lines between memory and reality, and Capcom may be experimenting with some very bold new directions. A lot of suited characters also get killed. Their role is unclear for now, but perhaps they're part of the organization trying to cover up the Renwood Hotel secrets. As for gameplay, Capcom has confirmed that Resident Evil 9 Requiem is a single-player game built in the RE engine with enhanced character rendering and photorealistic environments. However, it's still unclear whether the game will be in first-person, third-person, or use a hybrid system like Resident Evil 8. The trailer features cinematic angles, but actual gameplay has not been shown. It's possible we'll switch characters, maybe playing as both Grace and Alyssa in different time periods, but that's just speculation for now. So what's next? Resident Evil 9 Requiem launches on February 27, 2026 for PS5, Xbox Series XS, and Steam. A demo is already confirmed for Gamescom in August 2025. The tagline Requiem for the Dead, Nightmare for the Living feels like a direct promise to explore the deepest roots of Resident Evil lore, from Daylight to Umbrella, from Raccoon City to the Ashcrofts. This could be the game that brings it all together. Let me know your theories in the comments. Do you think Grace is immune? Is Spencer somehow back? And what's really going on in the Renwood Hotel? If you're excited for Resident Evil 9, hit that like button and subscribe to Red Knockies for more breakdowns, theories, and survival horror deep dives. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.